Hello everyone, BuzZz here, and welcome back to Space Engineers, and my brand new hangar. Now I know I said I was going to take some time and build some more ships and have this sort of as a side project, but I had a few days off of work, and I sat down and I started working on it, and I just couldn't put it down. I'm talking, I pulled some serious man hours on this thing. Probably, I think I started about 3 days ago, and they were pretty much 12-hour sessions. I'd get up in the morning, sit down at the computer, and before I know it, it's midnight, and I was still working on it. So let me go ahead and take you on a tour. There she is. Now, of course, all my Star Citizens out there will know that this is the Revel and York hangar, which is the luxury hangar, or the deluxe hangar. And I've got a few ships in here. Over there's my newly converted 350R. I had my 300i in my last video, and I actually did some work on that and converted it to the 350R. It's more than just a paint job, but I'll show you that a little bit later. For now, let's check out the hangar. So I tried to keep everything as close to the original as possible. Of course, it's Space Engineers, there's going to be some issues. These elevators, man, they were a pain in the butt to get to work right, but I think the work paid off as they actually work. There we go. And also, I usually don't use a whole lot of mods. I've got a few basic mods I use for decoration, but the Revel and York hangar really needed an extra bit of love, and I went and I found these wood paneled floors, and I think it's just perfect. It goes perfect with the Revel and York hangar. So here's our control room. A few couches and plants, little posters on the wall. You can control pretty much every function. Well, you can control every function in the hangar from in here, mostly from this seat here. And I've got control where I can open and close all the doors, including the hangar doors, toggle lights, alarms. If you saw my 890 jump video, it's set up a lot like that. And of course, if I don't want to sit down and fumble around with the HUD in there, I can just come to these quick little buttons and do most of the functions pretty easily. Over here I've got my hangar control for the doors, and here's my airlocks. So that door that we just came through down there, I can close that. And you can hear it closing. This door back here, there's not much back here. It's just an empty room for now. I think when the room system goes live in Star Citizen, this is where you're going to have different rooms like bedrooms, trophy rooms, your armory. All that will probably go in this space. And I may add some stuff in here later, but it's really not high on my priority list. There's our little locker, not quite from another universe. So let's go check out the front lounge area. Of course, this is where, in the actual hangar, you have those screens. Of course, there's nothing like that in Space Engineers, so I just put some mood lights in here and there. The lighting was a real pain. Most lights in Space Engineers do not reach very far, but I got lucky and I found the spotlights. Those are not a mod, those are actually in the game, and those spotlights have a very nice long range, so I use those as my main lighting system. There's the hangar door that just gave me conniption fits trying to get that thing to work. It's still not perfect. You see some gaps every now and then. Sometimes it doesn't close all the way properly. I'll show you that again here in a moment. Oops, well, it looks like the elevator's already up there. So let's call it down. It's a good chance to check out how that works. It's basically several pistons in a row. When you link that many pistons, they're not 100% stable, so you can see the platform shakes a little bit. There we go. And up here is your lounge area. Got a few knickknacks in here. I couldn't find any good desks, so I just put a few tables. I've got the seating area, plants here and there. This bookcase came with the wood paneling, and so did these couches. Normally your trophy case would go here. And of course also missing are the liquor cabinet. Oops, see, we got stuck on a plant here. Annoying. Of course, missing are the liquor cabinets and the aquarium. This hangar is huge, and I was initially going to build it twice the size to put more ships in, but you can kind of see my frame rates already dropping just from this, so I doubt I'll be using this as a main hangar. It'll be more of a show off my latest ships hangar, if it doesn't knock my frame rate down too far. On the larger ships, I'll probably still use the old Foundry map for now. Got this railing, and you can see down into the ship area, sort of. See, I've got the glass floors. And I know these aren't normally windows, but it seemed a good spot to put them. Good thing to good way to use that empty space. So let's check out the hangar door. As I said, this really took me a long time to get right, and it's still not perfect. But it went through several iterations. This probably took me about a day just to get set up and working correctly. And I went through, as I said, different iterations. I had one where it was the easy mode, where they just sort of folded out on a pivot, kind of like the 350s doors there. But I wanted a sliding door, and I couldn't get all three to slide, but at least I got one of them too. So over here I have my control panel that I can control my hangar. Let's start off by switching our lights over. And that kills the main lights and turns on the runway lights. I like how those came out. Then we've got our alarm, just like on the 890. I'm not going to sound it because it does get a little annoying. And then I've got two buttons to control the hangar. So let me go ahead and hit both of those. And you can see the bottom section does slide down, and the two top sections swivel upwards. I wanted to have them all slide, but I just couldn't get it to work. I could only get one section to actually work while sliding. But even though it's not perfect, I really like the way it came out. And the pistons get a little jumpy, just like on the elevators. Watch when this thing stops, you'll see it bounce a little bit. There, you see it bouncing. There you go. The exterior of the station is really not, there's really not much to see, but I'll show you anyway. All the detail work went into making the inside look pretty. So let's go ahead and power up our P-52 Merlin here. We'll take a look outside. I love the way this Merlin flies. This thing is so much fun, so maneuverable. There you can see the massive sleeve required just to have that one door slide down. There's a series of, I think, 8 pistons down there that push that door into place. The top is on a simple rotor set to swivel from 0 to 120 degrees. And really the rest of the station is just a big block just to hide the innards. I've got some thrusters down below because for some reason the station just will not stay still. Most stations in Space Engineers don't move. This one, it almost acts like it's a large ship. Anything that hits it will move, so I have to have thrusters on there to counteract any external forces. There's the rear airlock. And the doors inside that airlock lead to these doors via a little hallway. I love this Merlin. So there you have it. The Revel in York hangar. And it'll give me just a few minutes and well, it won't be a few minutes for you, it'll just be a second. And I'll show you some of the process it took to build it. See you then. Okay, so once again I started off very basic, just using the 300i and the block count there you can see in the red and white to try to get the scale of the landing pad area as close as possible, and from there build outwards. Once I had the size to what I thought was correct, I continued building the first floor and getting the floor plan and the basic design of the landing area done. And once that was done, I had to start building up to the second level. There's my first elevator prototype. The final product was actually a little bit smaller than that. Then, of course, starting in the control center, getting that glassed in, and the other elevator done. And then it was time to build the walls up and start on the third level. There's the balconies in. And then the final third level with the glass floors. Some more detailed shots of the walls. And there's the front before the hangar door was put in. And here's some more details on the walls and starting to flesh out the control center a little bit. And here's my first attempt with the hangar door. Like I said, I wanted all 3 to slide like the actual hangar is supposed to, but the pistons on the side doors just kept self-destructing, and this was my solution. It was to have all 3 sections on a rotor. Unfortunately, it just didn't feel right. There it is opened up. You see how much it still blocks the entrance, and actually tried to get my 890 jump into the hangar through that, and it would not fit, and ended up destroying the bottom door. So I took a previous save and I cut the door off of it, and I used some engines and some merge blocks and mounted the old door to the new frame and went from there. I actually have a video of this. I'll show it to you after we're done. There's the hangar door in place and ready to go. And then from there, once I got everything functional done, it was just details and lights and putting in the wood panel floors and switches and buttons and everything. And that was about it. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll leave you with this little video here of me trying to mount the door. It actually took quite a bit of doing, as you'll see. And again, all these, the hangar, all my ships, everything from my 890 jump all the way down to my little Merlin snub fighter are available on the Steam Workshop. Just look me up. I'm BuzZz with 3 Z's, Space Killer, and download them and have fun. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like or subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you in the verse.